clearly is as good as the starters we're going to go, right? And it was an unusual second period because once a team has a couple of breaks that go in your net, I think you have a tendency to tighten. And then I thought we came out of it. I thought after that it was a pretty good hockey game. The bench, I just monitor the bench on their attitude and their mood, and we came into the third right. So it was a good win. You know, they've won 4 of their last 5 coming in, and they are a quick strike team. They are a team that they get some high-end skill there with young players, and if they catch you into open ice, they're going to finish. So it was good.
Brandon Montour with the game winner there.
Yeah, you know what? I loved his game, and I know it's not on the points, but good on him on the points. He had a patience in his game tonight about finding the holes at the right time and then not diving in at the right time. And he a great defensive play that won't get the play that his goal would. I understand that, but he was really, I thought, in control as well as he's been all year.
Another game for him, 25-plus minutes as well.
Yep.
So that increased responsibility and really stepping up.
Well, he played against their best, right, on a hard match tonight, and he's exceptionally fit, man. He has incredible fitness numbers, so he's one of those guys that comes to the bench late, even if they're hemmed in, and he shows no distress. You know, he could just keep playing. So he's earned the opportunity to play against the other team's best, and it's so important for us when Aaron does come back into our lineup. Now we have another defenseman that's at his peak of his game.
You talked about shooting the puck, and that hasn't been a problem the past 2 games. It's over 100 shots on goal the past 2 games.
The shot isn't the end of the play for us. It's the start of the play for us, and I think we're just. We'll watch that real close because it's smart pucks to the net when you should put the puck to the net and not trying to force plays. The chaos that we create off those things has a lot to do with zone time and the second and third opportunity that we're getting. So pucks have to go to the net. It's a playoff style of hockey. Is you don't try to force something into the middle. So you're going to lose 1 in 50 really pretty 5-man passing plays. But 10 of those, if you don't, you try those enough, you're a much better defensive team, and come to the playoffs, you'll be scoring goals.
And when Barkey scores tonight,
yeah.
I'm sure there was no concern, but always good to see a guy get off the shoot.
He's got to, get paid for it. And I'm not talking about financially. He does everything so right defensively. He battles hard. He's under pucks. He does everything right. But he still will feel the pressure that elite players feel because they get paid to produce, and they want that. It's for their teammates, right? So really good for him. I thought that line, God, in the last 2 or 3 games since they've been together, look, they feel like they could have had 5 each. So lots of confidence in that group now, I think.
What have your impressions have been of that line since you put it together?
Really, really good. I think there's a little bit more playmaking there now and more net front there now. And that Matthew's got an incredible set of hands on him, and he can make small area plays, and that takes some pressure off. I think you see Carter now full speed more often, and you see Sasha the same. So that's a nice mix. I thought Colin White was very good with the Lundell line today. So you need to have at least 2 lines really going. So I was happy with that.
I know you're still getting to know the group. What can you say about Carter Verhey's shooting ability out there?
Well, it's elite, and it's highly unusual. I coached a player named Cal Connor who scored 47 last year. It would be the close to that. It comes off his stick before you think it's going to. And now with those 2 guys, I think he's just going to get that kind of room. He's going to get that kind of shot.
If that third goal doesn't come off the board, does Bob come in?
All the things we'll never know.
We're just wondering, was that a stall tactic or was that the deal? Good answer.
We had a bunch of things going on at the same time.
But overall, with Knight's play at the whole picture, you have to kind of be happy with how he bounced back. His first period where he faced 4 shots.
Especially because of the way the game went.
Yeah.
He's not going to like the second on his angle at all. He had some kind of struggles with the handle. Can any goal settle himself down then? So now I feel I know a little bit more about him. If he has a rougher start in a game, I'll have way more rope with that because I've seen him come back in those games. But again, as a young guy, that's usually something that takes years to develop, to be able to feel, nothing's going right. You feel off. You've been sitting here, the other guy's standing on his head. But after he made the first big save there in the second, by the time the second one happened, I was pretty sure that he wasn't going to get beat easy again.
Put down 3-2. You can always, it's just hypothetically, can change the momentum sometimes for a team.
It can. I'm not a huge believer in momentum, and that the puck drops and you have the opportunity to change it again. So I was still we were comfortable with our game, and at the end of the day, the score really doesn't matter. It does at the end of the game, but not at the end of the day, if that makes any sense, because we have to play a certain way. And we're not going to be pleased if this isn't about goal scoring for a team. It's style of play that we have to cement over 82 games so that when the playoffs come, and if we've earned that right, and that's a hard thing to do in the Eastern Conference, because I think there's like one team under 500, it's going to be a grind, but you have to carry a game into the playoffs that you've played all year, that you have faith in.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys.